Chapter 2, Health and Diseases.
Hello friends, in the second part of health and diseases, we are studying the infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are spread through contaminated air, water, food, vectors like insect and other animals are called infectious diseases. So these diseases are spread through contaminated means pradushit air, water and food. In this chart we are learning the information of five diseases. First, that is tuberculosis, second hepatitis, third dysentery, fourth cholera, and fifth, that is the typhoid. Let us see in detail about these diseases. In this table, in first column, name of disease. Next, pathogen. That pathogen is causes the disease. Next to that, mode of infection, how that disease gets spread. Next, symptoms. Symptoms means lakshane. What are the symptoms of that disease? Then, prevention and treatment. How we can prevent or take care for that disease, and if that disease is get, then how that disease get treated. Let us see the first disease, tuberculosis. Tuberculosis, the pathogen for this tuberculosis is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Because of this tuberculosis happen. Then what are the infection or mode of infection? Splitting by patient. In last, we are seeing the figure number 2.2, infection through sputum. Hence, the infectious person when get coughing, then there is the small and large droplets given out through the mouth and the infection to the people surround them. So, splitting by patient through air. Next, prolonged contact with and sharing of material of patient. That material like clothes, pots, when they are get shared, then also the tuberculosis is get infected to the healthy person also. So sharing here is the mode of infection. Then what are the symptoms? Chronic cough. Chronic means zunat, cough, khokla. So chronic cough, bloody splitting, emaciation, difficult breathing. So imaginations, that is kshinata for breathing. Then next, prevention and treatment, that is BCG vaccine. That vaccination is here. Vaccine lasikaran, isolation of patient. Isolation means अलगीकरण. Patient अलग ठेवणे. Then regular medication like DOT or DOT, that is direct observation treatment. So these are the prevention and treatment for tuberculosis. Then second, hepatitis, that is jaundice pathogen. This is a viral disease. Hence, hepatitis virus, there are five types: A, B, C, D, E. So these are the name of viruses. Because of these, that the hepatitis infect the person. Then mode of infection, contaminated water, contaminated pradushit, sharing of needles, and blood transfusion. If there is a transfer of blood for any reason, then also there is a possibility of the hepatitis. Then symptoms. First, that is anorexia. Anorexia means भूक मंदावणे, yellow urine, general weakness, then nausea. Nausea, मळमळ वाटणे, vomiting, and gray stool. So these are the symptoms of the hepatitis or jaundice. What we take a care or how we prevent this? By drinking boiled water, proper cleaning of hands. This is so important in this the precaution. Let us see the third, dysentery, because of bacteria, virus, Shigella, bacilli, then Entamoeba histolica. These are the pathogen. Because of these, that dysentery. Then mode of infection, contaminated food and water. Then what are the symptoms? Watery stool, pain in abdomen. Then what is prevention and treatment? Drinking boiled water, proper storage of food, and take ORS, that consumption. ORS that you are studying in the previous standard, oral rehydration solution. So these are the preventive measures. Then next to that cholera. See the pathogen, that Vibrio cholerae, that is the bacterial disease. And what are the mode of infection? Again here, contaminated food and water. So taking healthy food and clean boiled water is so important. Let us see the symptoms, that is vomiting, severe diarrhea, that is atisar, then cramp in legs, पायामध्ये गोळे येणे. So these are the symptoms. Then prevention and treatment, following hygiene practices. What are hygiene? आरोग्यदायी. So that is, see in the previous standard also, drinking boiled and clean water and proper cleaning of our hands, that is a hygiene. So you also take precaution. Then avoiding open places food. So this is so important. Drinking boiled water and vaccination against cholera. Vaccination, लसीकरण. So for against cholera we take a vaccine. Next to that is typhoid. Reason for this or pathogen, that is Salmonella typhi. This is also a bacterial disease. Because let's see the mode of infection of typhoid. Again contaminated food and water. Then symptoms, that is anorexia. Anorexia means भूक मंदावणे, headache, rash on abdomen, dysentery, fever up to 104 degree Fahrenheit. Then what are prevention and treatment? Drinking clean water, boiled water. Then vaccination is also available for typhoid, proper disposal of sewage. So in this table we are learning infectious diseases. Next to that is figure number 2.4, dirtiness in the surroundings. So we see this picture in our surrounding also. let us see the first question. Where do you see the waterlogged material show in the picture? So let us see here the open ground. In rainy season there are waterlogged area we are seeing, then buckets, drums on our terrace also filled with water for many days, then tires on the grounds are also filled with water in the rainy days, then new construction sites are also waterlogged areas, then the flower pots in our home that also having the water. So these are reason for the insects like the flies and also the mosquito. That mosquito lay egg in these areas that are waterlogged areas, and because of that like malaria and dengue diseases are get spread. So